Alex. So I haven't made a video in a few days, which is weird because I was doing one like every day. So it's almost 7 in the morning and I am not a morning person, but I feel oddly awake, and I think it's because I slept so much yesterday and I'm a little anxious. So my mom was supposed to be buried last Friday, but we still didn't have enough funds for a viewing, and her burial and all that is paid for, but she was going to go straight to burial and that would have been it, and my mom deserved so much more. And her wife's family has really pulled through. They pretty much paid for everything, and me and my sisters, gave just a little bit, something, we could help with, but we couldn't really do much. But other than that, my mom's wife's family pretty much paid for everything, so I'm truly grateful for them. So as you all know, it all started with a horrible, I don't know how long you guys have been watching me, but before I announced that I was pregnant with little Light, Jack, we had a breast cancer scare with my mom, and thankfully she didn't have breast cancer. It was a false alarm, and then I found out I was pregnant, and within the same week I found out I was pregnant. Same week finding out I was pregnant that we had a breast cancer scare, and she was in the hospital and everything for it because she wasn't feeling good and blah blah. And then a week before I actually gave birth, she passed away from blood clots from a surgery, and it was a terrible way to go. It was not a peaceful death. Exactly 1 week since she went into the ER and the unfortunate events started happening. 1 week after that I was induced and I had baby Jack. So pretty much a whole week went by and then I gave birth. So a whole week finding out I was pregnant with the breast cancer scare, didn't have breast cancer, and then when I actually gave birth a week from her death. How crazy is that? And then my birth plan totally, went to hell. I shouldn't say hell, but I had a C-section, and one of the reasons why I hate C-sections is because it can add complications. The recovery just sucks. You can't move around very well with having a new baby, etc. And 1 week later, exactly 1 week later, I had him on a Saturday on the 14th, and then the Saturday, I don't know what day it was, but I know it was a Saturday 1 week from my C-section, I have abdominal pain, back pain, a loss of appetite, feeling nauseous, threw up just once, took a nap and woke up in more pain. My pain meds weren't doing it that I got from the C-section, and those are pretty strong medication, and find out I had appendicitis and a bladder infection, and I had to have my appendix taken out. So today's Wednesday, and I got him taken out Saturday. I can barely move. I'm in pain. I don't feel like being all dressed up and wearing funeral clothes, but they were able to push the viewing because, my mother's wife is like, we can't just put her in the ground. We need a proper viewing and saying goodbye. I already felt like I said my goodbyes in the hospital. I was the first one with Kat, my mom's wife, to see my mom after she died, because they moved her from the operating room, procedure room where they were trying to attempt to save her, back to the IC room that she was in, and me and Kat were the first ones there. And then my 4 sisters came in, my dad came in, my nephews, only 2 of my nephews came in out of a whole bunch of grandkids, and then one of my other sisters, really good friend, she's a family friend actually, we're really close to her and we love her. She came to see my mom, and they all left before I did. So I was the first one in there and pretty much the last one out there. Paul wanted to say his goodbyes, so I stayed even longer to wait for him to get there, because, you know, I've known Paul since I was 11, so he's known my mom for a very long time. And so Paul, me, and Kat were like the last ones out. So I was the first one in and pretty much the last one out. I don't know how much longer Kat stayed, but she said she was going to leave too. So I got to talk to my mom. I rubbed her feet because she used to love me rubbing her feet. She used to bug me all the time to rub her feet. And so I rubbed her feet a little bit, held her hand off and on, kept putting her hand on my pregnant belly, kept petting her hair, kissing her head, and told her how an amazing mother she was and how she was my best friend. She really was. And you don't really, like, I always knew that she was my best friend, but looking back on the memories, I'm like, wow, she really, truly was my best friend. She was like my #1 cheerleader. And I put my head on her chest and just, you know, just laid my head on her chest and held her. And I couldn't get over the fact that she was gone. And I went through a lot of Kleenex that day. So I feel like I said my goodbyes, but I know my sisters didn't. I think they were just so overwhelmed, which I was too, but I didn't have the heart in me to leave. But I think it was just too much for them, so they left early. So if they didn't have this viewing, they would be a lot worse than me, because they feel like they didn't get to say their goodbyes. I feel like I did, but I decided not to go, and then I'd take a nap, and then I'd wake up and I'm like, I have to go. And then I'd think about it and be like, no, the last time I went out of the house after surgery, I ended up having appendicitis and having surgery and hurting myself. And so I'd decide not to go, and then I'd wake up from another nap or something. I'd be like, I have to go. And it's like 5 different times where I decide not to go, and then bam, I'm like, I have to go. So I have to take it really easy. I'm on pain meds. I took them way, way early because I didn't want to take them and then drive. So I took them about an hour and a half ago. I still have another like 45 minutes till I leave. So I'm hoping they won't make me drowsy. I just had like a big thing of coffee. Paul made me breakfast. I'm gonna pump. The last thing I need to do before I leave is pump. Jack just breastfed, so he's good. He's still sleeping in his bassinet in the bedroom. And we have baby monitors, so Paul's gonna set those up. We haven't used them yet. I don't like that I'm leaving Jack, but I don't want him out and about, and don't want the kids home, so I'm going by myself. So I'll probably do a lot of crying in the car. I notice I cry a lot when I'm by myself, and then when I'm around other people, I'm pretty strong. So I'm gonna say goodbye a second time. I'm really nervous to see her because it's been like over 2 weeks since she passed, so I don't know what she's gonna look like. I don't know if I want to look. I do know that I want to support my sisters and be there. They're all gonna be there, and they don't know I'm gonna be there. They think I'm for sure staying home, and they understand because of all of the trauma, this cold surgery trauma I've been through. Plus, I'm a brand new mom, breastfeeding. There's enough breast milk in the fridge for Paul. There's gonna be more because I'm gonna pump right now. So I think it will be a good surprise for them to see that I'm coming. So I'm gonna show up and they're gonna be like, oh my god, she's here. So all of us girls are gonna be together again. And the last time we were all together is when my mom passed. So I'm really nervous. This is my grandmother's necklace. I got it when she passed, and my mom's mom. So I thought it was a good idea to wear it to mom's viewing. So she's being buried today, and I think it's just gonna really hit me because Jack's been a very good distraction, and it's been a week and a half since I've had Jack, so my emotions about my mom passing are starting to hit me again. So not doing so great. I just hope everything's done. We're done with hospitals and I can get healthy and be better because I am still hurting. But I wanted to thank everyone that's been there to support me, and you guys have been really amazing.